It's the 20th year that conservationist Liu Xiaogeng has spent in these forests.
1996. I had just graduated with a degree in forestry.
A young man full of passion, he liked the idea of being out in the open, studying and protecting the forests and its inhabitants. For those reasons, he overlooked the inconveniences of the job.
Back in those days, traffic and communications were bad. The nearest town with a telephone was 23 kilometers away. I remember I had to beg whoever was going to town to call my girlfriend for me.
Liu Xiaogeng is one of the few outsiders who calls these forests home. His trainee, Wang Rongtao, an ecology major graduate, wants to follow in his footsteps.
You've lived and worked in the city after graduation. You've been a city boy. Why did you decide to come here?
I didn't like the hustle and bustle of the city. I've seen my roommates' life. They get up, go to work, and come back late. They are not using what we learned in school. They are thinking too much. They have no time for themselves.
Life is much simpler here. During the day, they venture deep into the mountains. At dusk, they gather to shoot a few hoops.
What's it like spending your time every day in the forest?
Well, if you don't make any threatening moves when you encounter an animal, sometimes they will just stare at you from a distance, and you can stare back, taking in every little detail. It's almost like meeting a new friend.
Liu Xiaogeng also finds consolation in the wildlife here.
One winter, we encountered a deer giving birth to her baby. We were just about 10 meters away from her, and 2 male deers were around to protect her. None of us moved.
Encounters like this remind him of his own family. The girlfriend he rarely got to speak to when he first came here later became his wife. Their son is now 14 years old. He sees them just once a week.
Usually it's okay, but every time right before I go home, right before I see them, all the scenes of us together flash back through my mind. In those times, I miss them so much.
But for him, the call of the wild is hard to resist.
This is a job that you can do for 10, 20 years and still see a purpose.
And he hopes many more will think so too. 桃园 CCTV 老河沟 Sichuan Province.